This is breaking news from WDSU.
A massive 6-alarm fire sends a historic church up in flames tonight, and firefighters are still trying to get the blaze under control. WDSU News anchor Scott Walker is live on the scene. Scott, what's the progress?
And Norman, for about an hour here, was about as chaotic as you can imagine. St. Charles Street, uptown. This fire happened right off in the distance, and there was some smoke just moments ago coming from above it, so it looks like the firefighters may have it out at this point. But take a look at this video, what it looked like earlier. This is Britannia Street between Josephine and Jackson. Look at the front of the church collapse in the video here. This is a massive fire. When I drove to this scene up Britannia, it was raining ash in the streets. It was literally raining ash. I didn't dare get out of the car at that time because so much fire was coming down from the sky. The fire continued. There is, as you said, a 6-alarm involvement here. Firefighters were everywhere. Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church is the church involved in this. It had been shut down since Hurricane Katrina, was not holding services there, but it was empty and for sale, and the fire took it tonight, along with the building next door, an abandoned house, an abandoned 2-story building with white columns in front of it. That also caught fire. Across the street, Magnolia Mansion, which as recently as 2007 was voted one of the top 10 most romantic bed and breakfasts in the U.S., was hosed down to make sure that the fire didn't jump Josephine and catch that building on fire as well. Again, though, a 6-alarm fire, Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church at 2101 Britannia, between Jackson and Josephine on Britannia, goes up in flames tonight. A fire truck knocked out the power here for about an hour right after the fire started. As the truck went up with the hose to start spraying down the building, it knocked out the power for about an hour. A long stretch of St. Charles and blocks in either direction did not have power. So that's the scene now. It appears, as more smoke comes up, that the fire may be under a little more control than it was just a little while ago. We're standing probably, I'd say, 6 blocks from it right now. The police presence and the traffic has eased just a little bit, but the firefighter presence continues to be pretty strong out here. Once again, Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church on Britannia, a 6-alarm fire off St. Charles Street, uptown on Britannia. That's it from here, live uptown. Scott Walker, WDSU News. Norman?
Scott, we were taking power hits down here earlier in the CBD. What about power outages?
The power is back on in the area. It came on moments ago. We're right outside of the Walgreens on St. Charles, and the power popped back on about 15 minutes before our live shot, and all up and down. The Copeland's Cheesecake Bistro was out. All the customers had to leave there, and everybody was just kind of going home. Anybody who was at a restaurant along St. Charles, their dinner was cut short, and they left. Traffic along St. Charles was unbearable during that really heavy hour between 8:45 and 9:45 tonight. Just in the last 15 minutes has the traffic eased along St. Charles where we are. But still, at the scene, back about 2 blocks behind me at the Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church, firefighters are still working to get this fire knocked down. Again, a 6-alarm fire, so the biggest I've seen in a long, long time, and it's going to take these firefighters a good long while to make sure that this is under control and nothing else sprouts up around it. Norman?
All right, Scott, thank you for a very thorough debriefing. Scott Walker with that live report. That huge